He had like
This guy.
1990, I think, is what he had, or 19
Oh,
something.
Liquid is fairly well up there on the ladder. I don't think he's like top 100 or anything,
No,
but
no, no,
he's
no, no,
definitely
no.
very
Top
respected.
100 are past 2000 now.
Yeah, oh yeah. I hope he
And
connects.
yeah, that would be amazing. I think that would be
But look at you
quite.
showing off Rumble. You're going
I
Team
know.
Yordle. Oh, how cute.
He is very cute. Oh, look, it's a double Yordle.
Yeah, Team
It
Yordle.
could be a triple Yordle.
Yeah. Oh man, so yeah, mirror match. We're gonna a repeated match, not a mirror match, because Malzahar Istvaan did take out Heimerdinger, who's played by Jaden the Broker last game in the round of 16. Here in the quarterfinals, though, it's going to be Heimerdinger again, but by Liquid112. Now you see how he has himself a Smite there. This is the teleport Smite combo. It goes back to a few months now to when Wings of Death won the solo mid one, and what he would do is he would just go over and smite the big blue wraith every time it was up.
That's a good strat right there.
That's a huge chunk of experience to go in the lane with. Like, you're already half level by the time you get right in there to the creeps.
But keep in mind, a creep does not respawn in a creep camp until the whole creep camp has been destroyed.
Yeah, but later on he can just throw a concussion grenade with 2 missiles and bam.
But who's to say it gets to the point where he has enough mana and he has a high enough ranking concussion grenade to clear it out with one shot?
True enough, it might not go that way at all. Typically, the strategy is performed better with AD champions, especially ones with spamming abilities like Tristana could just rocket jump over the
Yes.
thing and then, just destroy stuff at will. But no, I haven't seen it on a Heimerdinger. We'll have to see how well it goes. I've seen it on a Mundo, where Mundo went off and got himself red buff with the Smite, like right off the bat. And then he would come back to lane and try to get that first kill using that red buff and his cleavers. It didn't work out. He tried, though. That's the important part.
So Heimerdinger going with Doran's Ring first. So getting himself a little bit of tankiness there and a little bit of mana and ability power, of course. And what does Malzahar have?
Fairly. Oh no, he's actually not going the same as last round. The runes do look very much the same. It does have that increased movement speed. He has 31 ability power off the bat, but he has himself a Doran's Ring this time. Didn't go for those boots or potions. Definitely going for the Doran's Ring. So I think he wants to try to out harass Heimerdinger as opposed to run circles around him like we saw last time.
Yeah, Heimerdinger only has 16 ability power right now. So he's sneaking in there some ability power runes. Malzahar.
Yeah, we also have some armor and magic resistance here for Istvaan. So 6 and 6, but those are likely accounted for in that defensive tree.
I had a ferret in my computer.
Oh, is your computer still working?
My computer is still working.
That is excellent to hear. So ferrets going where no ferrets have gone before.
Inside computers.
And coming out alive, which is amazing.
I don't have a power supply unit. I have a ferret.
He just runs on a little hamster wheel. Oh man. Alright, so Istvaan is just sitting here nice and comfy in the middle. I'm assuming Heimerdinger's in position. Nope.
Liquid has already gotten a creep kill through the blue wraith, of course.
Okay, so
he
did
almost
kill
got
that.
another red wraith. The turret almost took out another red wraith, but it killed it right before he was able to take it out.
See?
So Liquid's already got a little bit of gold advantage here. But Istvaan doing his thing there, pushing creep camps up. But nice position of that turret, though. That turret was the last thing to actually get any kind of aggro. So he got some nice hits in on those creeps, took a couple of creeps out there, and Liquid definitely using his turrets and positioning to his advantage.
Well, we are probably going to see more of that as we narrow down here to the finals. I mean, the top ELO players are, statistically likely to advance, and they know all about the whole positioning metagame and how to get off those maximum shots, just like he's doing right now. I mean, look at that. Oh, okay, no. So I was going to say, look, it was so far out, it didn't get hit by that dot, but then I had to eat my words, so.
Yeah, I don't think it jumped. I think he applied it to it. But I didn't
okay.
actually see.
I take my words back then. I spit them out.
Yeah. But yeah, he's definitely not taking additional, as you can see here, the minions themselves are actually focused on the other minions. So, I mean my words right there. The big minion actually did not move on to the smaller one. It actually did go ahead and turn its attention there, but still good positioning. Oh, and some damage going off from Liquid there. that little voidling there, and of course the dot actually jumping onto Liquid there, and Liquid taking quite a bit of damage.
Yeah, he's down to just a little bit over half. Now, I don't think he's going to quite go back yet because he knows he has to defend this tower. But look at Malzahar just eat through these creeps with his spreading cancer. It's.
But you know, even though he's auto attacking the creeps, he's not getting the last hits. So while he is maximizing his time against the tower currently, Liquid is actually pulling in more gold, both through that blue rate that he got up front, and then through also last hits as well, because he's actually sporting 21 to Malzahar's 16 currently.
Indeed. And you will also probably see this Liquid later on. Until he clears those creep waves, he's going to be saving that Smite for the catapults. Because, if you can take out a catapult from a creep wave, you're not going to have one for another few waves, which means even if you do get to that tower, you can be rest assured that turret shield and just the massive damage those catapults can do are not going to come into play. Are you fair?
He just smited a small creep. He could have waited to smite that big tank. I would have done that myself. I think it maybe have been a misjudge by him, but yeah, catapults. That's a throwback to Dota, man. They're tanks in this game.
Whatever. It's the thing that shoots other stuff. Yep. They actually tanks? I know they kind of looked like tanks. I never thought of them as tanks, I suppose.
They're tanks.
I always just thought of them as catapults. I could say ballista. No, I'm not going to say
ballista. That could be right.
Although, what do you call those big beefy creeps, like the super creeps? Because they're walking.
They're super creeps. They got those are two different. One of them has big clubs on his hands, and the other one he's got like hands. It's like a robot. Istvaan moving up there against Liquid again, having to back off using his little rockets there to put a little damage, but that voidling doesn't know exactly what he wants to do. Ran all the way to the tower to attack Liquid, only to run back.
Well, last I checked, you can't actually control that little voidling, can you?
No, it goes. It used to be when Malzahar first came out, that voidling was like the bane of existence, because that voidling would tell people where you were. It would go off and do its own thing, and it was kind of funny to watch.
Now, I do know that it will chase people that are suffering from his cancer. That's what I call this little simple dot there, because it just spreads like a wildfire. I could call it malefic visions, but what fun is that? Now, I do know that he will attack that, but other than that, yeah, you can't really control them. And look at this. Right now, it's just a kind of a creep game going back and forth. Although Istvaan's eating a missile to the face.
Yeah, he definitely, Malzahar is keeping in there. He's 46 to 43. I have 5 creep kills to your 3, so I am beating you in the AFK wars.
I'm actually by my tower.
I was in the middle clearing the creep waves until it started killing me, and then I had to back off.
Yep, remember our discussion, you don't want to die.
Yeah.
That just looks bad on your part. But, I mean, right now, we're getting these creeps, they're slowly... Whoa!
And a mistimed a flash there by Istvaan, not actually getting him what he needed. I think he was trying to get off his I'm gonna die. Okay, am I gonna live? I'm taking a lot. Oh, I died. Oh, wow. I thought I was behind my creeps.
Well, you could suffer through the gray screen of shame. I'm going to look at Istvaan because he's just saying, you didn't see that flash. So it definitely looks like a little bit of a miscommunication.
Oh, a mistime right there.
Between, his hand-to-eye coordination, hit the wrong button. Not too sure what he wanted to accomplish with it, but it didn't work is what came out of it.
And Liquid actually going off screen here, looking to actually smite one of the small camps here. No, he is actually going to go for blue buff here. So it's a little risky. Malzahar does not know, of course, where he is, but he does have a tower to defend just for a little bit. For all he knows, Liquid's actually just going back to base. But he is, of course, not going back to base. But I assume that Malzahar is going back to base because that would be the ideal time for him to do that.
Now, Malzahar is definitely back in base. He did recall, but he's not going to be blowing that teleport quite yet. There it goes. Now, he sees that we don't have anyone here in the mid yet, so we're going to teleport right up here, try to do as much pressure as we can. Heimer has to do some kind of retaliation now because he's been putting up this turret on the chop block for far too long.
Yeah, Heimer now backing off, getting his items there. He's now sporting 4 Doran's rings. and a blue pot, and of course a mana potion.
And a blue
So he is tanky. He in the Doran's Ring Wars that we have going on here, he is beating him by 1.
Yep, 3 Doran's Rings and those boots compared to no boots, 4 Doran's Rings, and a blue buff. You can't really discount that blue buff at this point. So
yeah, he's got 92 ability power now, so if he lands a couple of Hexatech rockets there and some good concussion grenades, it could be GG for Istvaan there.
it definitely could, but Istvaan, of course, does have his level 6, you know, that disable of his.
Yeah, that would come into play, but remember, all Liquid has to do is make sure that he is within range of his turrets, because as soon as Istvaan turns his attention to him, those turrets, if they have half a brain, will turn their attention to Istvaan, and he will take damage on that. And I don't think right now that unless he whittles down Liquid there before he actually uses his ulti, which obviously he should, he would not kill him outright with a spell combo if they were just to face up right now.
Does look like Liquid's going to try to do a little bit of a turret creep up to the towers. Now Istvaan's going to be trying to grab as much damage as he can on these, because these will, look at it right there, 2 turrets single-handedly turning back that creep wave, despite Istvaan's best efforts at trying to take them out. So he's going to make himself a nice wall, try to contain Istvaan. Now, normally that would give you a good amount of map control, but really it's not needed in this game. And it's really just going to become more of a mind game here for Istvaan, because he's going to be, ever-shrinking world that he can go explore.
And look at that, upgrading to a red turret there. Istvaan is desperately trying to make sure to take those out, but red turrets are a lot beefier, although it is being taken down to half HP there. But Liquid is starting to turn this around.
It's in tower range. Oh.
Yeah. But, that blue buff there, he's trying to make the best out of his blue buff. He's trying to put a lot of pressure there on Istvaan, trying to make sure that Istvaan gets super low. All Liquid needs to do right now is hit him with a concussion grenade and a Hexatech rocket or so. Oh, missing that Hexatech rocket on him. And he could definitely potentially die there. So Istvaan right now is just desperately trying to... Oh, and smiting that big tank there. So here we are. He's at the tower now, attacking the tower. Liquid getting some good hits there. And now of course, the signature Heimerdinger rockets are now... Not rockets. Turrets are attacking the tower now. So...
Yeah, but
Liquid
good
here making good use of that blue buff.
He is, but I don't think he actually spec'd into a grenade. I haven't seen a grenade yet.
I thought I saw one. Maybe he's just going rockets.
All I've seen is the rockets as well as the turrets. I don't think I've seen a concussion. Oh, look at that long range rocket right there. No.
I know, that was pretty nice. I'm thinking back to early Heimerdinger when he could have 6 turrets, and it was just ridiculous.
Do try to remember that you do need to defend that turret of yours.
Oh.
But yeah, blue buff is definitely gone right now, but we still got 93 ability power for Liquid. He's trying to outzone Istvaan right now. It's working pretty good in his favor, but this Malefic Visions is definitely... Oh, look at that. In combo
Malefic
with
Visions
the
is
turret.
saving Istvaan quite well.
They're both trying their hardest. Istvaan had a good lead there in the beginning, always putting the pressure up to Liquid's tower. Now Liquid doing the exact opposite, using that blue pot to great effect, using that blue buff. And we might see something else come out of them down the line. That blue buff has to respawn sooner or later, right?
Istvaan is being very, very ballsy here, because all he needs to do is hit 1 concussion grenade and a Hexatech rocket, and that would kill Istvaan.
There we go. Big turret. Big damage. Big damage. I feel like a Wheel of Fortune. Big money. Big money.
Yeah, big money, big money.
But yeah.
Oh, look at this. Oh my gosh. So much damage. He almost could have killed him there. But Liquid choosing to back off.
Nah, Istvaan's the one actually going to go to town. And Liquid, without that blue buff and that blue pot, definitely hitting a little harder there in his mana. But this is big. We do have the teleport ready. He is going to come back to town, from town, to defend this. And Doran's Ring war
I would have...
over.
He buying full Doran's Ring, so now he's winning the Doran's Wraith. But I would have almost, if I was Liquid there, when I saw him actually backing up, I would have almost ran to his Wraith camp there and smited his... smited his blue Wraith, just to get that blue Wraith, because that one of course wouldn't have been taken, so he would have been able to do that. But now Liquid coming back to defend, now sporting again the same items. So they have the same items. However, Istvaan now does have a blue pot himself.
Yep.
So here comes the damage. But look at that, he has no dot on him, he has no AoE, so it's not going to do the damage he wants it to do.
138 ability power. Didn't really do that much for him. Istvaan actually going to go back to town because I don't think... Nope, he doesn't want to. Okay, fine. Cancel that blue kill,
Heimerdinger
Neo.
is again going to solidify his blue buff, but he forgets that he did not kill the 2 creeps. So blue buff is not going to be there.
Oh, that could be a deadly miscalculation, but I don't know. Right now, Istvaan silence clearing creep waves. This turret is about to destroy creep waves, but it's coming down to turret wars. Right now we're at 500.
I don't think Liquid can pull it out. That turret's only about a quarter, almost a quarter HP, and Liquid took a long time to push up to his turrets because of the auto attacks and of course the dot based damage there from Istvaan. I don't think Liquid is going to be able to pull this out before the turret dies.
Very likely not. We're going to have to see some fancy play coming out, but these turrets are doing a good job of keeping them in the game. Same with that Void Lane, same with the Malefic Visions. It's actually quite interesting to see this matchup done between 2 much higher elo players. I mean, it's definitely
this definitely was a better matchup versus the last one, Istvaan versus our last contender with Heimer. Better Heimer play for sure.
Look at that, just clears those creep waves, no problem. Istvaan rocking that blue pot to perfection, and nearly 140 AP. Gonna destroy that turret, no problem.
He might kill the tower now before Heimerdinger was back. Heimer should not have gone there. I don't know what Heimer was thinking, but that's GG right there.
That is indeed GG. So he did get himself that blue buff, but yeah, it just took him a little bit too long. Golem tempted, yeah, no worries. So that means this fan's going to go here on to the semifinals. Liquid is going to bow out, and we're going to just keep following these guys all the way to the best of 3 finals, because that will be happening. That is a thing, and we will be covering it live here at National ESL FourCourtJester and Spunkify. Hope you guys at home are enjoying. How many viewers are we up to?
Let me look here. I'll tell you. I just got out of the game. We're up to 353 viewers, so not too bad.
Severe coming into play in the mid.
the